Design thinking, a phrase that might sound trendy but carries a world of transformative power within it. But what exactly is it? Let's delve into the essence of this term. Design thinking at its core is a problem-solving approach, but it's not your traditional step-by-step guide. It's a fluid, flexible methodology that places human needs at the heart of problem-solving. This approach is fundamentally about empathizing with the end user, understanding their needs, and then designing solutions that not only meet those needs but also enrich their experience. It's a refreshing departure from the traditional problem-solving methods that often prioritize efficiency over empathy. Design thinking is a powerful tool in the world of business and beyond. It's utilized in fields as diverse as product development, service design, even social innovation. It's not just about creating visually appealing products. It's about solving real-world problems in innovative ways. It's about thinking outside the box to create solutions that are not just effective, but also human-centered and meaningful. Design thinking isn't a one-size-fits-all method. It follows a series of 5 phases, each with its own unique purpose and approach. Let's dive into these phases, shall we? We begin with the empathize phase. This is where you step into the shoes of the people you're designing for. You observe, you engage, you immerse yourself in their experiences, their needs, their motivations. You're not just designing for users, you're designing with them in mind. Picture a tech company developing a new app for seniors. They would spend time understanding the challenges seniors face when using technology, like small text sizes or complicated interfaces. By empathizing, we gain insights that will shape the rest of our design process. Next up, we have the define phase. This is where we make sense of all the information we've gathered. We identify patterns, we synthesize our findings, we articulate the problem. This isn't about jumping to solutions just yet. It's about framing the right problem to solve. Going back to our tech company, they might define the problem as, seniors need a way to use technology that's intuitive and doesn't require prior tech knowledge. Now, we move on to the ideate phase. This is where we generate a wide range of ideas to address our defined problem. We brainstorm, we encourage wild ideas, we defer judgment. Quantity over quality is the name of the game here. It's about stretching our imagination and challenging our assumptions. For our tech company, they might come up with ideas like voice-activated commands or a personalized onboarding tutorial for their app. Then, we enter the prototype phase. This is where we bring our ideas to life. We build models, we create mock-ups, we make our ideas tangible. It's about learning by doing and getting feedback early and often. Our tech company might develop a simple version of their app or a paper prototype to demonstrate how it would work. Finally, we arrive at the test phase. This is where we put our prototypes in the hands of our users. We observe, we ask questions, we learn about what works and what doesn't. We refine our solutions based on this feedback. It's not about proving we're right, it's about learning from our users. Our tech company would have seniors use their app prototype, observe their interactions, and gather their feedback. But here's the thing. These phases aren't linear. They're not boxes to be checked off, one after the other. They're more like a jazz ensemble, each phase riffing off the others, improvising, iterating, harmonizing. You might find yourself looping back, jumping ahead, or running phases in parallel. You might empathize and then define, only to realize you need to empathize some more. Or you might prototype, test, and then ideate again based on what you've learned. And that's the beauty of it. This fluidity, this flexibility, this dance between the phases. It's not about following a rigid process. It's about being open to learning, to iterating, to adapting. It's about embracing ambiguity and uncertainty, and finding your way through the fog of the unknown. So there you have it, the 5 phases of design thinking. Empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Each with its own rhythm, its own melody, its own dance, but together, they create a symphony of human-centered design, a symphony that's greater than the sum of its parts. These phases aren't rigid steps, but a fluid, iterative process that encourages learning and adaptation. And design thinking isn't about winging it. It comes equipped with a toolbox of techniques to help navigate the process. Today, we delve into the toolkit of a design thinker, a treasure trove filled with methods that enable innovation and creative problem solving. The first tool we're going to pick up is the persona. A persona is a fictional character created to represent a user type. This technique helps us understand and empathize with the users our design is intended for. By creating a persona, we can identify their needs, experiences, behaviors, and goals. Next up is journey mapping. This technique visualizes the process that a person goes through to achieve a goal. It helps us understand the user's feelings, motivations, and questions at each stage of their journey. By mapping out this journey, we can identify pain points and opportunities for improvement. Now, let's talk about brainstorming. Brainstorming is a technique used to generate a large number of ideas. It encourages free thinking and the sharing of ideas without judgment. This process helps us to explore as many solutions as possible before narrowing down to the most feasible and impactful ones. Finally, we come to prototyping. This is where ideas take shape. Prototyping is creating a preliminary version of a product or solution. It allows us to test our ideas, refine them, and understand how they work in real-world scenarios. Prototypes can be as simple as a sketch or as complex as a functional model. The key is to make it tangible enough to test, learn, and iterate. These tools are not used in isolation. They are interconnected, each feeding into the other, creating a cycle of understanding, ideation, and iteration. This cycle is the heartbeat of design thinking. Remember, design thinking is not a rigid process. It's flexible, adaptable, and user-centric. The tools we've discussed today are there to guide you, not limit you. So, feel free to mix, match, and modify them as you see fit. These tools provide a structured approach to creativity and innovation. But remember, they're only as good as the hands that wield them. So get out there, roll up your sleeves, and start creating. In design thinking, failure isn't a dead end, it's a stepping stone. This might seem counterintuitive, especially in a world that often stigmatizes failure. But in the realm of design thinking, we embrace failure as an integral part of the process. You see, failure provides us with valuable insights. It sheds light on what doesn't work and why. It uncovers hidden obstacles, brings clarity to vague problems, and sometimes even sparks entirely new ideas. It's through these missteps that we learn, grow, and innovate. Consider it like this. Each failure is a question answered, a hypothesis tested, a lesson learned. It's a stepping stone towards a solution, not a barrier. And it's through these accumulated lessons that we iterate, improve, and eventually arrive at a solution that truly meets user needs. So the next time you face a setback in your design thinking journey, remember, it's not a defeat, it's a discovery. Failure in design thinking is simply an opportunity to learn and iterate. Design thinking isn't confined to the business world. It can spark social innovation too. This human-centered approach is increasingly being harnessed to address complex social issues, from environmental sustainability to education and healthcare. Consider the immense challenge of environmental sustainability. Our planet's resources are finite, and we need innovative solutions to preserve them for future generations. Enter design thinking. By empathizing with diverse stakeholders, from local communities to wildlife, we can define the problems that need solving. Ideation sessions can generate a wide range of solutions, from renewable energy technologies to waste reduction strategies. Prototyping these ideas and testing their impact can lead to sustainable solutions that work in harmony with the environment rather than against it. In the realm of education, design thinking has the potential to revolutionize learning. By deeply understanding the needs and motivations of students, educators can define the obstacles to effective learning. Ideation might lead to a new curriculum that better engages students, or a novel teaching method that makes learning more interactive. Through prototyping and testing, these ideas can be refined into innovative educational tools that empower students to reach their full potential. Lastly, let's look at healthcare, a sector where design thinking is making significant strides. By empathizing with patients and healthcare providers, we can define the challenges they face, such as access to care or treatment effectiveness. Through ideation, we might envision a mobile clinic that brings healthcare to remote communities, or a telemedicine platform that connects patients with specialists around the globe. Prototyping and testing these solutions can lead to breakthroughs that improve patient outcomes and make healthcare more equitable. These examples barely scratch the surface of design thinking's potential for social innovation. Its power lies in its human-centered approach, its embrace of creativity, and its relentless pursuit of solutions that improve people's lives. By applying design thinking to social challenges, we can create solutions that are not just effective, but also equitable, sustainable, and deeply human. With design thinking, social challenges become opportunities for creative problem solving. Design thinking isn't static. It evolves with technological advancements and societal changes. As we stand on the brink of a new era, we can't help but wonder, what's next for design thinking? Well, let's speculate a bit. One of the most promising advancements influencing design thinking is artificial intelligence. With AI, we can analyze vast amounts of data in the blink of an eye, uncovering patterns and insights that might have been missed by the human mind. This superhuman capability could significantly enhance the empathize and define stages of design thinking, providing a more accurate understanding of user needs and pain points. And then there's virtual reality, an immersive technology that allows us to simulate real-world experiences. VR could revolutionize the prototype and test stages. Imagine being able to walk through your design, interact with it, and receive real-time feedback before it even exists in the physical world. That's the power of VR and design thinking. But it's not just about technology. The future of design thinking also lies in its expanding scope. We've seen its application in business innovation, social issues, and education. Who's to say where it might be applied next? Perhaps in governance, where design thinking could help shape policies that are more human-centered, or maybe in healthcare, where it could contribute to developing more empathetic patient experiences. As design thinking continues to evolve, we must also consider the ethical implications. With great power comes great responsibility. As we gain the ability to understand users better and influence their decisions more effectively, we must ensure that we use these tools ethically, always keeping the user's best interest at heart. And finally, design thinking isn't just for designers anymore. It's for everyone. As we move forward, we'll likely see more interdisciplinary teams adopting this approach, bringing together diverse perspectives to solve complex problems. The future of design thinking is as exciting as it is unpredictable. With new technologies and broader applications, we're only scratching the surface of what's possible. So, let's keep exploring, experimenting, and evolving. After all, that's what design thinking is all about. Design thinking, a mindset, a process, a tool set, but most importantly, a game changer. In the past 15 minutes, we've embarked on a journey exploring the vast and vibrant world of design thinking. We've peeled back the layers of this transformative approach, understanding it not merely as a methodology, but as a different way of perceiving the world around us. We've discovered that design thinking is not about jumping to conclusions, but about empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, and testing. It's about taking a step back, observing, and putting ourselves in the shoes of the users. It's about not being afraid to make mistakes, but viewing failure as a stepping stone to innovation. We've seen how design thinking can be a powerful engine for social change, driving solutions to complex issues in sustainability, education, and healthcare. We've learned that it's not a solitary pursuit, but a collaborative endeavor that thrives on the diversity of perspectives and skills. We've also glimpsed into the future, speculating on how emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and virtual reality might shape the design thinking landscape. We've learned from experts, debunked myths, and even applied design thinking to our personal lives. But most importantly, we've understood that design thinking is a mindset. It's about being human-centered, about being open to possibilities, about being resilient in the face of failure, and about being collaborative. It's a mindset that can fundamentally shift the way we approach problems, leading to more innovative, effective, and sustainable solutions. Design thinking is indeed a game changer. It's a tool set that equips us to tackle not just design problems, but any challenge that requires creative problem solving. It empowers us to create meaningful, impactful solutions that resonate with people and make a difference in their lives. So the next time you face a challenge, remember, think like a designer. You might be surprised at the solutions you discover.